from Z to A. Number 2, it is alphabetical order from A to Z. 3, sorting or filtering and to organize and give sample data patterns so specific information become easier to see.
Cell in a spreadsheet. What is a cell in a spreadsheet? A spreadsheet, like Microsoft Excel, a cell is a single rectangular box where a column and a row intersect. It is the basic unit of a spreadsheet where data is entered or stored. Each cell has a unique name called a cell reference or cell address, which is made up of column, letter, and row of numbers. For example, the cell located in column B and row 3 is called B. What can you put in a cell? First, text. Second, number. Third, formulas. Fourth, dates or times. Fifth, function, like sum.
How to use conditional formatting. First, select cells or range, and then go to Home and click Conditional Formatting. You will see highlight cell rules, top to bottom rules, data bars, color scales, and icon sets. You can also use custom formulas. After doing those steps, you will define your criteria and then choose your format. After that, just click OK.
Let's proceed to the types of conditional formatting. Highlight cells value. It formats cells based on values. Example, greater than, less than, between, equal to, text that contains data occurring and duplicate values. Second one is top and bottom rows. It formats top or bottom values. Example, top 10 items, top 10%, bottom 10 items, below or above average. And the third one is data bars, color bases, and icon sets. Data bars shows value size visually, while color scales apply gradient colors based on values. Then lastly, the icon sets use symbols, example, arrows, shapes, ratings to represent value groups. Then lastly, custom rules. Create your own formatting rules if presents don't meet your needs.
Formula-based formatting. A formula is an expression that calculates value. In Excel, Google Sheets, and similar tools, formulas always begin with an equal sign and can include functions, operators, cell references, constants. We have different types of formulas. The first formula is equal sum. What does it do? It adds a number. If, for example, equal sum A1 is to A5, adds A1 plus A2 plus until A5. The second one is equals average, finds the average. Equal average B1 is to B4. The third one is equal max, shows the biggest number. For example, equal max A1 is to A5. The next one is equal min, shows the smallest number. For example, equal min A1 is to A5. The next one is equal count, counts the number in a list. An example of this is equal count A1 is to A10. The next one is equal if, shows something if a condition is true. Equal if A1 is to 70, pass or fail. The next one is equal and, checks if two or more things are true. For example, equal and A1 is to 50, B1 equals yes. The next one is equal or, checks if at least something is true. Equal or A1 equals 100, B1 equals yes. The next one is equal today, shows today's date. The next one is equal today, shows today's date. For example, equal today. The last one is equal len, counts letters in a word. For example, equal len, apple, is 5. When to use formula-based formatting. Highlight students with score below 50%, shows sales regions that exceed targets. Visualize trends in KPIs, spot errors or outliers. Example, equal and A2 is to 100, B2 pass. Steps to enter a formula. 1. Click a cell. For example, B2. The second step is type an equal sign. The third step is type your formula. Example, equal len, Ruben. The step 4 is press enter. That cell will now show the result, not the formula, unless you click on it again. As you can see here, the step 1 is pick a cell. Then, for 2 and 4, type in the equal sign and your formula, then enter.
Another type of data analysis, which is data transformation. In this step, you change the data into a better format for analysis. This can include changing text to numbers, combining two columns like first and last name, creating calculated fields like profit, sales, cost, or scaling values. The goal is to get the data ready to be used in formulas or charts. Steps in data analysis. Data collection. This is the first step where you gather raw data from different sources. These sources can include surveys, online forms, sensors like weather monitors, school databases, spreadsheets or websites. The goal is to collect enough data to answer a question or solve a problem. Data cleaning. After collecting the data, you must check for problems. This means removing any repeated or duplicated data, fixing spelling mistakes, filling in missing values, or removing rows with missing data, and making sure the data makes sense. Cleaning the data is important so your results are accurate. Another type of data analysis, which is data modeling. This is where you try make prediction or explain relationships in the data. You can use math models or beginner machine learning tools. For example, a model might predict a student's grade based on study time or estimated future sales based on last year's numbers. Another type of data analysis is interpretation. After running models and making charts, you need to think about what the data is telling you. What does the chart shows? Is there a pattern? Are there any surprise? Is this about drawing smart conclusions based on facts, not guesses? This exploratory data analysis, EDA. Now, you explore the data to see patterns, trends, and relationships. You might calculate averages, compare values, and make charts, bar graphs, pie charts, scatters, plots, to help understand what's happening in the data. These steps helps you ask better questions or find out what might be important. And now, this is the last type of data analysis, presentation. Finally, you share what you found. This could be in form of a report, a slideshow, a chart, or even a dashboard. The goal is to make it easy for others to understand your findings and your messages. Use visual like graphs and tables to make it clear. Analyze data in Excel. First, using pivot tables. Summarize the agitated large data sets. Second, select data, click Analyze Data. Then lastly, insert pivot tables. Second, descriptive states. Find central values and spread. Use built-in formulas. Regression. Show how our values affects another. Second, select data. Go to insert scatter plot. Third, add a trend line. Fourth, check the display equation. Correlation. Checks how closely two values move together. Second, use formula. Fifth, hypothesis testing. Testing if a result is meaningful or random. Second, use built-in table. Data analysis tool pack. Second, select t-test or t-square test. Sixth, data visualization. Makes data easy to understand. First, select your data. Second, go to insert chart. Third, choose chart type, bar, pie, line, scatter, or etc. Fourth, customize titles, colors, and labels.
The importance of data sorting. What even is data sorting? Sorting data is simple but a powerful way to make information easier to understand instead of looking through a messy list. Sorting lets you quickly find what you need, like the highest grade in a class or the most recent date in a schedule. It also helps you spot patterns or problems more easily. So if you're organizing names, dates, or scores, you can use Excel spreadsheets to easily sort out your data.
Sorting versus filtering. What's the difference? Sorting is about changing the order of your data. For example, arranging grades from highest to lowest. Filtering is about temporarily hiding data that doesn't match a certain condition. There are different types of sorting. The first one is a single level sorting. This is the basic kind. You pick one column, like name or grade, and sort all the data based on that. The second one is the multi-level sorting. This is where Excel gets really useful. You can sort by more than one column at the same time. There are common mistakes to avoid in sorting. The first one is sorting only one column. If you don't select the entire table, only the values in that column will move. The second one is forgetting to include headers. Always check the box that says My Data has headers in the sort window. Otherwise, Excel might treat your column headers as part of the data and sort them, doing the rest. Pro tip: highlight the entire table, including headers. Before sorting, Excel will usually recognize it correctly, but it's always good to double check.
Of data sorting. Step 1. Prepare your data. Make sure your data is in a table format with column headers. For the step 2, select your data. Click and drag to highlight the data range including headers. For the step 3, go to the sort option. Click the data tab on the Excel view. You'll see two common options, sort A to Z, that is ascending. Sort Z to A is descending, or click sort for more advanced sorting. Last step for data sorting is choose how to sort. In the sort dialog box, sort by, choose the column, sort on, leave as cell values, order, choose the smallest to largest, largest to smallest, or custom list, click OK. Example, use cases tells how to sort names, A to Z, sort by name order A to Z. Find oldest to youngest, sort by age, order largest to smallest. Organize by date, sort by date, order newest to oldest, prioritize. Last use custom list, medium blue.